Grand National Championships.
Hello. You're listening to Grand National Championships on the internet. My name is Alistair. With me, we have Corin.
Hi.
Jared.
Hello.
And Jotham.
Good evening.
Hey, you guys stay there. I'll be right back.
Oh.
He's going to get his jeans.
He's got to put.
Wouldn't it be funny
if
I? Wouldn't it be funny if I came back? Oh shit!
Damn it! Wow.
Classic move.
One of these days, it's gonna hit my.
Alistair.
It's gonna hit my ceiling fan, and
knock all the dust off.
Yeah, and then my ceiling fan will collapse. It'll probably make it all lopsided and too heavy on one side. So I hope everyone's having a splendid night. This is election week, and I'm sure looking back on this, it's gonna there aren't going to be any interesting stories about the long period where people waited for the results of the election to be officially verified here in 2020. But right now, it just seems like a slog that's never going to end for any of us, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Has it only been 2 days?
It's only been
a long 2 days.
It's only been 2 days, and it might be many days more before it's official. But man, it's
never would imagine it would be this close, or even this much of a problem.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
Really?
They're crazy.
Because Jared is hopeful and optimistic
no.
about humanity. You'd think that if people had a basic threshold for humanity, that the masses wouldn't make a decision so close.
I think I usually would have been, in years before I would have been with Jared. I think kind of characteristically, I've always been kind of optimistic and naive. But I was I was sure that the Orange Man would win this year because I have lost all faith in this electorate.
I feel like I tried very hard to expect Trump to win because I didn't want a crushing disappointment. So I really have been going through this whole thing like, oh man, 4 more years of this bullshit. This fucking sucks. Yeah. Oh my God, this sucks.
Don't say his name too much more. He's like Candyman.
Yeah.
He will appear.
Yeah. He's like a bloody Mary Trump. He has a niece named Mary.
Appears behind you in the mirror, puts his greasy mitts on you.
Candyman's 5, Beetlejuice is 3, Trump is 4.
Is Candyman really 5?
Yeah. I watched it recently.
You really got to try for it.
Wait,
he wants to know that you really want him.
He said,
Candyman. In the movie Candyman. Like at one point they do it 4 times, and then like you're like the 5th time it's just so much. It takes like a minute to get there.
Yeah, when does the clock reset? Like, can you say it 4 times real quick and then wait 24 hours and say it one more time, then you're safe?
seconds.
That's you definitely have to get it in and out right quick.
Yeah, what are the logistics of this magical incantation?
Do you realize how many weeks in a row we've talked about Candyman now, and only about the original Candyman? It's being remade. Is Jordan Peele involved in a remake of Candyman? But we've talked about the original Candyman for like a month straight now.
Yeah,
it's a great movie.
I've never seen it.
You should.
Don't treat yourself. Just keep talking about it. Every week we'll talk about it more and keep not seeing it.
Because
and then ask you to recount it to us. Like Alistair St. Hill's Candyman.
Oh, I would do that. That sounds fun. Maybe I'll do that tonight. I'll tell you this though.
Fantastic.
The movie, there was a movie about a guy who got executed by the electric chair and who became some kind of electric man, and I always mixed up Candyman and that guy. It was like Shock Volt. What was he called?
The Shocker. I know what you're talking about.
No, it wasn't called Shocker.
No, that's something else.
It wasn't just Shocked.
No. I don't. Maybe.
I know what you're talking about though. I can't remember who's in it, but I remember seeing it like late night on USA or something, like when they would like show all those crappy movies.
And what movie
It's
was
not High Voltage? No.
that sounds like it could be. It could be right. What movie was Liam Neeson in the late 80s?
Cranked.
What?
Cranked 2. What? Powder.
I'm just kidding.
Powder, man.
Hold on. Movie.
Was Liam Neeson in some like horror movie around the same time? Darkman. Maybe he was Darkman.
Shocker.
Shocker, yeah.
Perfect.
Huh.
So, I was right.
You
Thank
were
you.
right. Yeah. I was thinking
So
about the
I've never
Spider-Man.
seen
Wes
Shocker.
Craven's Shocker.
I've never
also
seen
known as Wes
Candyman.
Craven's Shocker. Starring Peter Berg,
There we go.
Mitch Pileggi, and Michael Murphy.
Mitch Pileggi's in
Pileggi.
that for real?
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
think he's the guy who gets shocked.
I don't know who Mitch Pileggi is. It's a nice
he's
name.
He's the Skulder and Mully. Is it Mully?
Mulder-
Mulder and Scully.
Hold on a second.
Oh my god. He's their boss. He's Skinner. He's Skinner in X-Files.
So he's Skinner, Skulder, and Moldy.
Not the smoking man.
Not the smoking man. Not Moldy and Skulder.
All right, so keep an eye out for Mitch Pileggi next rewatch of the original X-Files. Is that actor still with us?
I think so.
Was he in the?
Yes.
Was he in the?
I don't think so.
The recent. Jotham, what the hell opinion do you have on this? Was he in the
I just
recent
like saying
X-Files?
people are dead when they're not.
Was he in the
I know it's
recent
confusing.
X-Files that they just remade a few years ago? Not remade, but continued.
Oh, the new
Oh, yeah.
X-Files? I don't know.
Remember that happened?
Remember that Leprechaun episode was weird.
Was that in the remake? The new one?
Yeah, there was like a Leprechaun episode.
I feel like
I
feel like
didn't catch
basically
all
every
that.
episode was a Leprechaun episode. I never watched X-Files.
That could have been a
Oh.
hallucination, though. I haven't seen it for a few years.
You know,
But-
Jotham.
I get
Thinking
you.
back to when I saw it, it could have been.
Well, does anyone, Corin, can you
thought that was
tell
a
us what's
pipe.
been, can you tell us what's been going on with you this week? If you have anything on your mind other than the same things as most of America.
Did you say me?
Yeah, Corin.
Did you say me? Oh.
Okay. Sorry, sometimes, it gets hard to hear you.
I know.
We love to talk on top of each other. Over each other? On
No,
top
on
of
top
each other.
of each other.
Both.
Yeah.
On my screen, Jotham and I are on top of Jared and Corin.
Same.
On my screen, I'm on top of Jared. And Alistair is on top of Jotham. I like that we're just sharing
Y'all
this
don't want to
information.
The
know
man
why
pile.
Mine's disgusting.
I have mine mapped to a 3D shape. Ooh,
Jared's got like the what was that movie we were talking about? The
Human centipede. We're all human centipede.
Human centipede.
No, we ain't.
He's got that.
So, Corin, what's been up with you?
So this weekend I went to a cabin in the woods with some friends and we had a fantastic time. It was mostly an excuse to get together and cook and eat food, which we did a lot of. So it was awesome. It was, very, very relaxing, very chill.
Very big
we had,
chill.
Very big chill. Friday night. Do you want to hear the menu?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, the menu's great. First of all, I'll just set the scene. Huge cabin, like 4 bedrooms, huge master, 3 bathrooms. There was a hot tub. It was beautiful view over a river. Just gorgeous. Fireplace going the whole time. Very idyllic. Friday night,
Very
first night.
idyllic.
Extra perfect. It was taco night Friday night, just kind of like a light start to the whole weekend to just kind of kick things off. And then I made dessert, which was a molten cookie pie. So just like a whole like baked cookie kind of thing where you cut up into pieces and it's all
It was like dirty,
gooey in the
nasty
middle.
fudgy.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Oh,
In a
extra
good way.
disgusting. Yeah.
Dirty cookie pie.
And then we woke up Saturday and Adam made us crepes and we prepared some orange juice and bacon and eggs to go with that.
You know Adam. Always into the crepes. None of us know Adam, by the way. He's
I know, but I thought I'd drop his name because he deserves a shout out for his crepe work.
Like if he's watching this, they're playing this at the bar he always goes to. Maybe he doesn't go to a bar. He's like, at the bar, like the legal bar. So and they play that like the whole
like
whole
Leonardo
room.
DiCaprio pointing and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. No one's seen those memes?
Wait, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a bunch of memes with Leonardo
him with the
DiCaprio
beard.
like, pointing with a beer. Yeah, exactly.
I'll have to look up
That's
those.
going to be your friend Adam at the bar when he sees himself on the screen. I didn't think I'd have to explain it that much. It's not that funny.
We're going to put a picture of him up too. We didn't mention that.
Okay.
Holding a crepe.
Way to go, Adam.
My baby.
There's a lot to do in post. We then had first lunch. Was it first lunch or second? First lunch was the charcuterie.
You guys are
I never know if I
eating
say
like
it right.
hobbits. You got double meals.
Yeah. And that was just a huge spread, mostly thanks to yours truly. And then second lunch was more cheese. It was a fondue course. We had like a full out Adam, again, dropping names. Adam made the fondue. It was delightful. Then pièce de resistance.
Ooh, fancy.
I thought you were saying somebody else's name. Who's this guy? Pierre de whatever.
This is my friend Pierre de Resistance. He's an exchange student here with his fondue. We had a 7.5 pound prime rib, a huge baby that we cooked in the oven, and then we had with fresh chanterelle mushrooms and lobster mushroom and mashed potatoes and a salad. And then we had some pot de creme for dessert.
It's pot de creme.
Again, this guy.
What's pot de creme?
It's like a custard dessert, cold custard dessert. You cook it up and you put it in the fridge. It turns into like essentially like a harder pudding.
It's called
like a flan.
Just call it a harder pudding.
I'll call it a pot de creme.
Solved it for you.
And a Pierre de Resistance. So yeah, that was most of it. And then we had some all like leftover stuff for Sunday, but it was amazing.
We had pot de creme sandwiches.
That's right.
3 days worth. That sounds amazing, man. I want a cooking vacation. I just want maybe I just want to cook. Maybe I just buy some food and I'll just cook it here. Probably cheaper. Probably
You're allowed
cheaper.
to do that.
I'll have to check whether it's cheaper to buy the food and cook it here or buy it, rent a cabin and cook it there. Run the numbers.
Gotta run those numbers.
I'll get Trump's campaign advisor to help me out. That's funny. Topical counting.
Hey. But yeah, so I think my role in the group has been solidified.
Cheese desserts.
Much like a pot de creme, as a dessert maker.
And you wanted that.
Yeah, I want it.
And you got
That's
it.
what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I have a
It's
wicked
lovely.
sweet tooth these days, and the only thing I ever want to watch is the British baking show. So
I woke up in the middle of the night last night and ate the top off a Halloween cupcake. So it's like 4 days old at this point, and like 2 handfuls of M&Ms, and just went back to bed. I woke up sweating. I don't know why. I was really sweaty, so I walked to the kitchen to do this, and then went back to bed, and it worked like a charm.
Put yourself on autopilot. 'cause
Yeah,
you
it's
just
a bad
required
habit
sugar.
I have. Yeah, like in the middle of the night, if I wake up.
Is that what,
I know what I'm doing. I know I
got
shouldn't
the
be
sugar
doing it. I'm
sweats.
still doing it. Yeah.
I do the same
Bad
thing,
case
but
of
with handfuls of shredded cheese.
Nice.
oh,
You know, the old. I mean, that's the only way to eat it.
well, I mean, you could also put
Absolutely.
it on other dishes. Nah.
It doesn't taste nearly as good as coming straight out of the bag and into your mouth and spilling half of it on the floor.
I was going
Like
to
in the
say, do you spill a
process.
lot of it?
y'all need a dog. Just throw that out there.
You're right.
How's Pig
Get a
doing?
Tucker.
Who was watching Pig while you were gone?
I don't want to say that.
Oh, boy.
There's a woman in the office who really likes Peg, and she watches her when she's gone. I was going to say my secretary, but she's not my secretary. She is a the office manager / secretary.
Man, Corn is really getting a taste of the high life as far as like the power of his position is concerned. I'll have my secretary send it over to you. Get off my back. Is that what you say to people you like?
Yep. I'll have my secretary take my dog. Get off her back.
Wait, that was a dangling participle. My dog's back or my secretary's back?
Both.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. When you came back, you and Pig have been reunited. Feels so good.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. I love that little monster. She's great. She's like my rock in all of the tumultuous times. She is unaffected by the world at large.
Yeah.
Unless she wants to eat it.
Little sling blade looking dog. That's not demeaning to Pig, is it?
No, I call her a potato, so it all lines up.
I guess
dovetails nicely.
I guess that goes a little A to C, but I follow.
You like you to me.
Sling Blade, by the way, nobody called Sling Blade potato in the movie, right? I never saw the movie.
What did you say?
He liked French fried potatoes. But you said you call your dog Potato as though Sling Blade's nickname is Potato, which I don't think came up in the film.
No, but it's, like...
It's in the universe.
It's a potato movie.
The Sling Blade-averse.
Right.
I read he put glass in his shoe to get that walk down.
What?
In the movie, like the kind of like limp he had, he put some glass in his shoe to like achieve that.
Glass, like so it would cut his feet?
I don't know. I mean, how much it cut his feet. I just remember reading that he put glass in his shoes.
I want to find out more about this story because
fact check that on the break.
All right, glass shoe Sling Blade.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Sling Blade glass shoe. Was that Sling Blade's last name? Sling Blade potato glass shoe.
French fried glass.
I always mix up the quotes from Sling Blade and Lord of the Rings, where when in Lord of the Rings he says potato.
Potato.
I always want to do that as my Sling Blade reference. Anyway.
That's come up before.
Hobbit Sling Blade. Frodo and Sling Blade going to the mountain.
All right. So, Jared, what have you been up to this past week?
Not a whole lot.
Okay.
I did not, in fact, go to New Orleans, as I had previously said, for those of you who may have remembered from the previous show that I was talking about going there. I did not. And stayed in town. I went fishing this past weekend, which was pretty cool. Caught some fish with a couple friends.
At Fort DeSoto?
Yeah, and had enough fun to the point where I think I might actually invest in gear.
Yeah, you said that about pickleball too. Did you buy a paddle? Did you buy a paddle this week?
Every week he's got a new thing he's got to gear up for.
You said you were buying a paddle.
The paddle's on its way.
Is it? Is it really?
Yeah.
He's gonna hit buy like on the break. Yeah, buy now.
Is it in the cart and that's it?
It's not even in the cart, is it?
It's on its way.
I forgot. I'm going to get one. And I'm also going to get fishing equipment. Get off my back. I had fun doing stuff.
Why don't you just have your secretary pick that up for you?
Oh, yeah. I can have Corn secretary pick it up for me.
Absolutely. I hear he's got a whole staff.
I went to the pleasure show at the Benz. That was a good time. They were amazing. Never seen them live before. Never really hung out at the Benz before. Really? Or at least it's been like maybe a decade, like since I've like been around the Benz. So I was like, it was a strange environment.
Did you feel out of place?
Yeah, I felt like somebody's uncle. I felt like everybody's fucking like lame uncle. Like standing
That's how
around.
I would have felt too.
Ran into a couple people that I knew, so it wasn't like totally awkward. But yeah, it was a great show and an interesting time.
Yeah, they're an awesome band. They're really awesome live. And on record. Sorry, go ahead, Corin.
I was going to say someday I'll go see live music again. That'll be nice.
Wow, yeah, he's guilting you. It was outside and distant.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was outside. Most people weren't distant. I was trying to keep away, but it wasn't exactly. Yeah, and a very orderly like kind of thing. But
It was like a midnight show at the Benz.
yeah, they started at midnight outside. Yeah.
You know what I do when I want other people to be socially distant? I put glass in their shoes. And then they
Just like Billy Bob Thornton.
yeah, sling blade glass shoe. They call him potato. Yeah, people just hit the deck once you start slicing up their feet.
I like how you don't trust it that I read that somewhere.
I trust.
Remember when we talked about a quarter of the pickleball, a quarter of the tennis court, the pickleball? Remember
you were wrong.
I wasn't right about that.
You were wrong.
We all
but
remember.
You were wrong by not
This time I will not be wrong.
by
though.
not describing it as being small enough, and I didn't think it was even that small. I thought it was bigger. But there's something about the way you talk that makes it seem like you're. The British have an expression, taking the piss. It's like you're making fun of the person you're talking
I'm
to.
taking no pisses.
Yeah, see.
Okay.
You see what I mean
feel
with this guy?
differently. I feel like you read the headline of something and like extrapolate like the rest of the story,
I
and then
do that.
and then present it 10 years later as fact.
I can't wait till you look up this glass thing. I can't wait.
Oh, this is going to be a big, finally,
We'll see who's laughing last. It's
vindication he's looking for.
gonna be so sweet.
The hater said,
I hope you're right.
The hater said this guy
Me
never
too.
put glass in his shoe, but I stuck with it, and I knew we come out, use some sports metaphors. We put our head down. We just went in for the long run. We didn't let ourselves get distracted.
It was just us and God on the field.
Yeah.
And finally,
Too
we
blessed
realized
to be stressed.
that Billy Bob Thornton really did put glass in his shoe to play Sling Blade. All right, well, we'll definitely look that up because now I really got to know about this. Jared, what else has been? Anything else going on? Mainly fishing and pleasures.
Yeah. I mean, I had like 5 days off of work in anticipation of, being out of town, but then I didn't go, so I had a bunch of free time, which is basically just being at the house, what I would be doing anyway if I was at work.
You been running?
Like cleaning, yeah, organizing, working out, cleaning.
I see those bands in the background right on your couch.
Yep.
Oh
That'll be
man,
them.
good eye. He sees a resistance band. He knows one when he sees
I
it.
know him when I see him.
Now,
Real recognize real.
Yeah. One thing that I did say I was going to buy and I bought right there, the evidence.
Casually strewn on the couch.
it's no big deal.
Like
I
Alistair's jeans.
Yeah, like Alice tried to prove he had jeans.
like so many. Oh, sorry, did I leave my jeans there? Wranglers. Are you ever worried, Jared, when you take like a 5-day time off like that you're getting weaker while your enemies are out there getting stronger?
Enemies in what capacity?
Doesn't matter.
just
Professional enemies?
yes, anyone who's just maybe waging an insurgent war against you. Like, to them, R&R is just a little cold rice and rat meat.
Right. No, because I always stay ready. I be staying ready.
Ah, the Boy Scouts. Be prepared.
B, stay ready.
Be
Scouts honor.
Jotham, what's going on with you?
One word. Cronenberg.
Hmm.
I've watched 5 Cronenberg movies this week.
What's going on? Was Crash
Body horror.
Was Crash one of
I
them?
said I was gonna watch them all, and I'm gonna watch
Have you
them
been
all.
looking at like meat differently? Like,
Not yet. I saw Corin's 7.5 pounder on Instagram, and I was in love.
yeah.
Yeah, Jotham was all over my Instagram stories. He was loving it.
I
loving it.
I saw a handful of them. The stuff looked really good. Very
Yeah.
spacious cabin too. Very high ceilings.
Yes, very high
A
ceiling.
lot of eagles
Oh yeah.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
cabin.
Oh yeah, he
Very
Different eagle
strange.
motif.
God. It's 25 eagle things in a row. Just eagles everywhere. Felt very
patriotic.
free and disturbed all at the same time.
Wah.
Correct.
I didn't hear it, but
I don't know what he said.
what he did.
Well, it didn't come across in the meeting, but it'll show up. It'll show up in the final cut. Everyone's going to hear that. It was great. But Maybe you won't know exactly how I pronounced it. Pronounce it how you think I pronounced it.
I don't know what you said.
Ooh,
Well, I put the emphasis on the penultimate syllable. I said
Okay.
From Disturbed, because Korn mentioned something about being disturbed, so I said the famous Disturbed
and you're
lyric.
down with it.
The lyric Yeah. So you've been Cronenberging. What 5 movies did you watch this week?
Started with Videodrome. Excellent.
That is good. I've never seen it.
Yeah, so I did Videodrome, and then I did Eastern Promises, which is not any type of body horror, but Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah.
You guys seen that?
I know it's like a Russian organized
Mobster.
crime movie.
Yeah.
I want to see
Pretty
it.
cool.
I saw he did another movie with Cronenberg.
History of Violence.
Violence.
That's also on the list. That was number 4. So Videodrome 1, Eastern Promises 2. Then I watched Shivers. It's got the body horror. it's a disease that's transmitted by any type of contact, especially like sexual contact, and you turn into a sexual deviant, basically. But it also involves these kind of like parasitic worm things that come out of people's mouths. And then they turn into these like sexual deviant zombies, kind of. But it all happened in a posh like apartment complex, like a building. It all happened in one building.
Melrose Place. The
That
Heights.
was pretty good. Then I watched History of Violence. Great. Ed Harris and Viggo Mortensen. And then
I've seen that
today I watched Dead Ringer. That's another
Body
weird
horror.
one. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Is that a
was pretty
Jeremy
cool. It's got
Irons
that
movie?
Guy, there's the guy who was in Watchmen. He was the blue guy in Watchmen.
Jeremy Irons.
Billy Crudup.
Yeah.
Billy Crudup.
Well, he plays a
Other Watchmen.
twin, so it's a little confusing. But they're like these gynecologists.
Oh yeah,
and
I've heard about this
So
movie.
wait,
like
So-
this guy, like one of them starts doing drugs and he's starting. Don't talk about it.
I'm just shaking my head because of what I've heard.
Oh,
You can explain all you want.
what have you heard? Oh, I don't want to
I've heard they start
much.
making like weird contraptions to like
That does happen.
birth mutants and stuff, and like
Not like he thinks that the insides are deformed, like but he's doing so many drugs, he's not in his right mind. So then the other brother decides they need to get synced up, and he basically becomes a drug addict too. So it's a real uplifting story. But yeah, that was really cool. It's weird, but cool.
Body horror.
So I saw what did I watch? The Dead Zone like a month ago. So that's 6 Cronenberg. So I don't know how many more I have, but
A lot.
you don't have
more than 6.
you don't
I'm
have
not
to do
gonna
any
make
more.
it through all of them.
What, The Fly?
But
no
I've seen The Fly.
in there?
All right, I've seen The Fly.
Crash.
I want to see Spider.
Naked
Crash. Naked Lunch.
I think that's just kind of dumb.
Jeez.
IMHO.
What?
The movie.
I never saw it.
You're what? What?
He's doing naked lunch jokes.
What is this naked lunch joke? Explain. What happened?
I just said it was.
Heroin.
I just said I didn't like it. I thought the movie was dumb.
I thought you said like IMHO.
Yeah,
That's what I
in my
heard.
humble opinion,
Oh.
Oh, God, you're so hip.
I don't expect people speaking with their real fucking mouths to say that. I apologize.
Jared can't help it. He's a true gamer.
You adopted the internet, but he was born inside it.
yeah.
ARPANET, it was called back then. It was just used by the Department of Defense at that time. So,
Oh boy.
I guess
Yeah,
it's-
aside from that, I've switched to all liner shorts for workouts. You guys on liner shorts?
Been on liner shorts.
I can't, nothing but liner shorts.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
boxers scrunching up.
Mm-mm.
Love it.
Got
Living the
one with
liner
The
lifestyle.
liner's got the pocket, the
For the
phone
phone.
pocket
Sure.
underneath. Yeah.
So when you say I'm not familiar with this, but I'm picturing basically like kind of like a swimming trunk that has like kind of the liner stuff to keep everything.
Very form fitting, so everything's snug.
Mm-hmm.
Corin moved his eyebrows ever so subtly and flirtatiously. I don't want him to take it back.
Oh man, I only wear the liner shorts if I'm doing legs. Otherwise, I'll just wear some sweatpants with some boxers.
Pacific Northwest.
With
I
the
can't be
butt
wearing
cut out.
sweatpants down here.
Yeah, it's most of the time it's chilly here, so it's fine.
I tried out some new shorts. I'm trying to
Oh.
like gauge
Tell
what
me.
not like workout shorts, but like gauge what the proper length is.
Oh,
like
right.
how low I'm willing to go or high I'm willing to go.
Tell me
Turns
about
out
it.
it's pretty high.
Yeah.
Well, at a
I'm into
certain
the short. I
point,
think I'm into the short shorts.
at a certain point,
I think I'm digging showing off the thighs a bit.
for working. Oh yeah, I saw an Instagram post that was pointing out your weirdly disproportionately large calves. Oh, my phone's messed up. All right. But yeah, I mean, at a certain point, if you're looking for pure utility, you probably do want that short for maximum flexibility, and you know, got to look good on the gram as well.
Everything's for the gram.
What happened to Corin? What's up, buddy?
I was looking at Jared's Instagram to see if I could see some short shorts.
Oh
I
yeah,
was in my story. Yeah, you missed it, bro.
There's some 5-inchers.
he would have gotten sent home from middle
5-inch
school.
inseam. No, 5.5. What did you say it was?
5.5, yeah.
Index card.
Which I think is more like a 7 on me because of my Hobbit legs. So I have to go shorter to achieve like some level of normalcy because
Normalcy by like Magnum PI standards.
I almost
if I go
bought
7
five-
is too long. I feel like 7's too long. Like, and 5.5 is just right.
I almost bought 5-inch swimming trunks last week, and I just, they're very short
Go
when you
for
sit
it,
down.
man. Yeah.
I just 7 works.
Nah, man. Go all the way.
Yeah.
All the way up. I'm with you.
This podcast has just turned into us telling each other to wear less clothes.
Sarcastic
Yeah.
Mr. Know-It-All. It's Chili Peps.
Oh, sometimes I forget our official creed here on the podcast. Don't stop addicted to the shindig. This week, we had a birthday here. Kyle, who is Mandy's oldest, at 15, turned 15. And it was
What an age.
it was quite a party. Actually, Kyle didn't really want a party. It was just like,
Anime store.
no, we didn't go to the anime store. That got canceled.
What?
It just didn't seem like a place that was as interesting, I think, as they first thought. Kyle and their girlfriend were going to go, and it just it turned into some local trip. I think they just went to like Michael's or something, bought a bunch of art supplies, built a fort or something. They're into some, they're all they're artists and fabricators and creators. I can't remember what exactly they did, but it was fun times. And it kind
That's
of
wholesome.
dovetailed with
Oh, yeah.
with Halloween. We did put out a bowl of candies and turn on our light, and we saw a few people come up, and both the kids were immediately like on guard. Like, if I see anyone taking too much candy, I'm going to say something. It's like, no, just like when you put the candy outside, you're giving it to the world. Whoever wants to take it, they can. It's on them if they take too much. But I did, like Kyle asked, like, if I need you to go out there and yell at somebody, will you do that? Cause you're the scariest one here. So I was like, sure. Yeah. I mean, whatever.
Just scripting you into service.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be your muscle. So
That's awesome.
we ended up having
Did
to
you-
bring some candy back inside because we only had about maybe 5, 6, 7 groups come up and take some. We just got a little multi-pack from the big box store. Already tore through all the chocolate pieces. All that's left is Starburst.
Yeah.
Starburst is
Smarties.
good.
Starburst is good, but it's all that's left.
Yeah. They always get consumed last. Chocolate
I
goes
just wanna-
first.
I hate to interrupt this, but Jared just did send me a picture of him standing in the mirror in his short shorts.
You can hold that up. Hold it up to your camera.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I mean-
I need to be able to see my face so I can see if it's coming through.
Yeah, looking good.
Look at those legs.
And like
Check out the stems.
it's a low camera angle, and his legs are a little closer to the mirror than the rest of his body. So the legs are really accentuated, especially the size of those calves.
Who can say if it's intentional?
I'm just saying the picture came out how it came out, you know?
Yeah.
Can I help
Camera's
it?
got
Who
a mind
knows?
of its own.
Yeah.
Luck of the snap.
Now, is that going to be your Tinder profile?
No.
That'd be amazing.
Why not?
Yeah.
I think it's.
You got
I don't
better.
know.
You got better.
Let me write your
pictures.
bio.
I don't. Okay. Sold.
Less is more.
I don't know. You don't think it's gauche to show that much leg meat on a
Yeah.
Tinder profile?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a
No.
little bit silly, but I mean, you only live once.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Show them what you're working
I mean,
with.
I'm sure Corin's got something where he's like, Corin's doing something where he's like pretending he has to point somewhere so he can show off the bicep, or he's like
Horn's
or
he's
he's like
bench
yawning.
pressing 300 pounds.
Yeah, with a baby tiger.
Yeah. Squatting 500.
It's an animated gif of him just one arming the shirt off of his the sweaty shirt off and throwing it in the
in
corner.
like 4-inch liner shorts.
Shorts are
I
getting
have
small.
some sick liner shorts. I should show you. I
Prove
did
it.
actually no. One of my old Tinder pictures was me deadlifting in liner
See?
shorts. My old PR, which was like 400 something. I don't know, but
Ooh.
like 4 plates on
Impressive.
each side, whatever that is. And yeah, it was taken from a low angle, so it was all leg meat. My shorts were all the way up. It was awesome. And I was in my law school shirt, so it was like a double.
Wow, it's saying a lot. Yeah, sure.
Jotham just described 5 David Cronenberg movies. This is what disgusts me. David Cronenberg's new movie is called Leg Meat, and it's all about Corin's Tinder profile. Hey, are you guys cool with getting into a trivia challenge?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do it.
1 second, let me grab my paper.
Take your time. This is going to be a write-down quiz. This is going to be one of those quizzes where every question I give you, you're going to write down the answer, and at the end, we're just going to add up total points, see who got what right. We've got 15 questions tonight, and this is movie based. And Jotham's been listening the whole time because he's still plugged in.
Yeah. You got any Cronenberg? Because I can.
I've got
I'm gonna nail it.
I got a list of movies.
Yeah, I've seen 6, so
How many movies could there be?
basically an expert. I'm going off a 21 list. Rotten Tomatoes ranked them. I'm not watching them in order.
The top 21
I'm
David
choosing the
Cronenberg.
order. Yes.
All right, man.
Okay. No one ever said you weren't going to watch them all, brother.
I
All
did. I don't believe in you.
So
I don't believe you
this,
can do
I'm
it.
not going to. That's good, Jared. That's good. I don't have the Constitution. Constitution check.
Oh boy. It's time for every human's favorite question and answer fun game. I already knew that a long time ago. With your host, Alistair St. Hill.
hi. This is, you're about to get some questions wrong, but probably you'll get some right too with me, Alistair St. Hill. This is a 15-question movie-based trivia challenge. It's also an audio quiz. It's a movie needle drop. I'm going to play a little audio from various different movies, and as I go along, you're going to write down the name of the movie. And at the end, we're going to see who got the most of them right.
The most of them. I'm gonna get the most of them right.
No, you're not.
Corin starts with -1 point.
Oh man.
All right, so we're going to get into this trivia challenge. Question 1, again, you're just going to write it down. No need to ring in. I'm going to play.
Jotham.
What'd you someone say, Jotham? Okay, here we go. Question 1, write down the name of this movie.
You don't have to do this. I'm a day trader. I could just go home.
You could.
Make it worth your while. Take you to an ATM, There's 14 grand in it. And everybody just walks away.
An ATM.
I know where the satchel is.
If you knew, you would have it with you.
I can find it from the riverbank. I know where it is.
I know something better.
What's that?
I know what it's going to be.
That was question 1.
Are they all that intense?
Do we get half points for identifying someone who talks?
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Jotham, I want you to write down anything that comes to your mind.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Question 2.
I imagine that I owe you all an apology.
No. We're just very happy that you're yourself again.
Yes, I am. And I thank God for you for calming me down. I know that I must have frightened you all quite a bit, especially you, Chris.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Flash, I didn't know.
Of course not. How could you have?
And you shouldn't have been drinking either.
Yes. Well, I'll have to let you all get on the rest of the night without the aid of my marvelous wit. The whole ordeal has made me quite a bit exhausted.
Why didn't you just get some rest?
Why don't you just get some rest? That was
Sleep it
question
off.
2. Everyone feeling good?
We're feeling great.
All right.
Again, these are very intense.
Question
Yeah,
3.
these are not from comedies.
I hope everyone will keep their comments to themselves. No, I mean, I don't know if, yeah, I guess neither of those were comedies. Next up.
Marvin, what do you make of all this?
Man, I don't even have an opinion.
Well, you gotta have an opinion. I mean, do you think that God came down from heaven and stopped us?
Oh, what the fuck's happening?
Oh, man, man. Oh, man, I shot Marvin in the face.
Why the fuck you do that?
Well, I didn't mean to do it. It was an accident.
Oh man, I shot Marvin in the face. What the fuck? Well, I didn't mean to do it. It was an accident.
A lot of
Brains and
cursing
bits.
in that one.
Question 4.
Hey, soldier. Do you know who's in command here?
Yeah.
That was question 4. All right, next up on Movie Needle Drop Quiz. By the way, you don't have to keep your comments to yourself. It's more fun if you have something to say.
I have nothing to say.
I've hurt Jotham for the last time. Question 5.
Hey, did he? Oh, never mind.
No, Jotham, go ahead.
I was just wondering if anyone looked up the glass thing, but we haven't had a chance.
Oh, we haven't even
That's
taken
the
a break.
last question in the quiz.
I hope this is part of the quiz.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just
What
going to be the sound of him walking.
What
you
if
hear
it
the
is?
glass crunching?
You hear the glass breaking and cutting his foot every day that he was on set.
Potato.
He's like a zombie. Potato.
Second breakfast. He's saying some other Hobbit shit. Today's my 11th birthday. I know he's got a different. I'm not going to do a full. I refuse to do a Sling Blade impression. No, guys, quit asking me. I'm not. Okay, here we go.
Last time.
Fly, you fools.
Wait, now he's every character. What do your elf eyes see?
Gondor needs no king.
For too long, you've haunted my sister's house or something.
Ooh, do Smeagol.
It's my precious. Shoot, sorry.
I'll do Gollum now.
Okay, come on, guys. All right, question 5. Whew. Beautiful. All right, question 5. Again, when I'm looking at the list, I'm almost saying the name of the movie when I say the question number, so I apologize if I do that. Question 5.
Don't call me son. I'm a lawyer and an officer in the United States Navy. And you're under arrest, you son of a bitch. The witness is excused.
Corin, do you ever get to say badass shit like that? like you get up in someone's face and be like, the witness is excused.
Excused.
I'm more like, but I'll go. I'm excused.
Interesting move. Interesting legal move.
I'll go.
They don't suspect it.
Question 6. No, they never suspect it, Jotham. They never see him coming. Like Al Pacino in The Devil's Advocate.
You son of a bitch, you moved the cemetery, but you left the bodies, didn't you? You son of a bitch, you left the bodies and you only moved the headstones! You only moved the headstones! Lie! Lie!
That was number 6. Question 7.
It's kind of a winter sport, you know. You mean winter as in ice, baby? You mean winter as in igloos and Eskimos and penguins and ice? Possibly. See you. Where you going? I'm gonna take a hot bath. I'm getting cold just thinking about all this ice.
I haven't thought about that in a long time.
I hadn't either. Question 8. Everybody all caught up? Jotham?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. Question 8.
Big time.
By the time I was 10, playing baseball, I got to be like eating vegetables or taking out the garbage. So when I was 14, I started to refuse. You believe that? American boy refusing to have a catch with his father?
Why at 14?
That's when I read The Boat Rocker by Terrence Mann.
Oh, God.
Never played catch with him again.
You see, that's the kind of crap people always try to lay on me. It's not my fault you wouldn't play catch with your father.
I know.
That was question 8 from Empire Strikes
It
Back.
was weird that Darth Vader was talking about baseball.
We both made a good joke at just the same time. Baseball. Question 9.
You told Wolcott I cheated. I know you did it. Just tell me why.
Look, cut the crap, Hunter. I live with you. I know how much you study, or I should say don't study. And you do better than me. Give me a break.
You arrogant, pompous prick. Who appointed you custodian of the medical profession? Is it because your father was a doctor and his father was a doctor? Some sort of genetic thing?
You're damn right.
Really?
You know, I grew up with it. I know what it takes to look in the eyes of dying people day after day after day and to come home for dinner at night. I know what it takes. You don't have it.
Oh, really? And you do? If you don't like me, just say it.
I don't like you.
Oh, tense.
It's about a person who doesn't like another person. We find out later in the scene, the other person does like the person who doesn't like him.
Then there's a drive-by fruiting.
That's funny.
Correct.
Question 10.
Ferris always trying to start some shit. Can't fight, so he always trying to find some excuse to shoot somebody.
That's why fools be getting shot all the time. Trying to show how hard they is. Ignorant.
Oh, fool, shut up. You be doing that shit too.
That was the drive-by fruiting.
Ay.
Oy. Coming up on question 11, who knows how the field is doing? I mean, some of these, maybe they know, maybe they don't on others. This is amazing. I'm very excited about this quiz. Question 11.
Welcome to Lester Corp. How may we meet your filing needs?
No. My name is Craig Schwartz, and I have an interview with Dr. Lester.
Oh, please have a seat, Mr. Juarez.
Schwartz.
Pardon?
Schwartz.
I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're saying to me right now.
My name is Schwartz.
My name is Schwartz.
Do me a favor. Do not talk during the movie clips because It'll be impossible for other people to hear during that time. Question 11 is completed. Here comes question 12.
The mask fits over your head, leaving no exit. I press the first lever, and the rats move into the front compartment. I press the second, and the door of the cage will slide up. These starving brutes will shoot at you like bullets. Have you ever seen a rat leap through the air? They will leap onto your face and bore straight into it. Sometimes they attack the eyes first. Sometimes they burrow through the cheeks and devour the tongue.
Devour the tongue. It kind of faded out at the end.
It's too bad. I wish I could have heard it clearly.
Body horror.
Cronenberg.
Question 13, if everybody's ready. Here we go.
I was hoping you could get us the transit papers to get to the coast.
Transit papers? It's quite a favor. I know. Highly controlled. Alex, take your pills. Alex. Alex?
Alex!
Alex does not pay attention.
Mm-mm.
Question
Playing with his
14.
dang phone.
Sorry, what, Corin? Sorry, go ahead.
He's playing with his phone.
Question 14.
Who put you up to this?
What do you mean?
You just woke up this morning and suddenly decided to run for president?
No. No, I just thought that,
Thought what?
Well, I was talking to Mr. McAllister about my leg, and how I still want to do something for the school, and...
So Mr. McAllister asked you to run?
Well, I talked to him and everything, but he just said that he thought it would be a good idea, and how there's all different kinds of fruits, and well, it's nothing against you, Tracy. I mean, you're the best. I just thought,
Okay. You're on, Mr. Popular.
That was question 14. That gave Corin a sassy neck. And
Cheers
now-
to that.
Unlike Beck's sissy neck.
Oh, that's a jam from Odelay.
Oh.
Is that the song?
Delay.
Is that the song that has Odelay that contains the titular word? Is Sissy Neck the "You only got one finger left and it's pointing at the door"? Or is that
that's the one.
Is that Sissy Neck? That's a good jam.
Yeah.
Good jam.
It's a real good jam.
For a second, I seriously
Good
said
jam.
good jam. I was in it 100%. Question 15. This is the last one, guys. Pay close attention.
That's what I love about these high school girls, man. I get older, they live on ash. They feed on death. There's no middle ground. Not for them. Not for us. Sure as hell not for my men who died out there today.
All right. That was question 15. That is all 15 on this movie needle drop quiz. Now it's time to go through and see how our contestants, Corin, Jared, and Jotham fared against the teacher's edition. All right. So our first question was this kind of marble-mouthed Woody Harrelson performance sitting across from Javier Bardem in the Coen Brothers' No Country for Old Men. Who got No Country for Old Men for number one?
I got Old Country for No Men.
Old Country for No Men. Jotham, what did you write down?
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. All right.
Also correct.
Oop, for some reason, I gave Corin 2 points for that.
I mean, I did know it was Woody Harrelson as well.
I gave Corin and Jared each a vertical line. Jotham, I gave you a horizontal. Question 2.
I imagine that I owe you all an apology.
This man apologizing to a room full of people because he is a spirit inhabiting a stolen body in Jordan Peele's Get Out. Who got Get Out for number 2?
Get out.
Get out of here. Don't give away your other answers. Jared, you got that?
I did not get that one.
No. What about you, Jotham? What'd you write down?
I wrote down Chris because it sounded like an actor. I couldn't place his last name, and I can picture him.
Well,
I'm gonna find this guy.
In the clip, one of the characters is named Chris. Do you think that could have influenced you?
I think that could have been it. No, it wasn't.
You're yourself again.
Yes, yes, I am. And I thank God for you for calming me down. I know that I must have frightened.
Oh, never mind. But someone is named Chris.
Yeah.
Question.
The main character's name is Chris.
Yeah.
In that movie.
Daniel Kaluuya. What's his name?
I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Another British guy who does a good English or a good American accent, right?
Agreed.
Yeah. Always good to find a Brit who can play one of us in a movie.
Kaluuya?
He's got like 2 U's, 2 Y's.
2 U's, 1 Y.
Yeah, it's not
and an
like Kahlua, like the delicious beverage.
Liquor.
So, question 3 is the one in which a gentleman named Marvin got shot in the face. That's from Pulp Fiction. Who got it? Everybody's got Pulp Fiction. Fliption. I'll give Joe an upright swipe. Question 4.
Hey, soldier.
This soldier was asked if he knew who was in charge. He answered in the affirmative and nothing more. That is from Apocalypse Now. Who's got that?
Apocalypse, except I spelled it wrong, and so I scratched it out, but then the now is still there, so then...
That makes sense.
Then it was like, yeah.
I can see what you have for the next few answers as well. Next up, a gentleman very angry...
Don't call me son. I'm a lawyer and an officer.
He was being called son. It's from A Few Good Men, Tom Cruise, taking on Jack Nicholson with his receding hairline, who got Few Good Men.
A Few Good Men.
What'd you write down, Jonathan?
I just drew a line through it.
Oh, really?
I wrote down A Few Good Men on that one, that's all.
Okay. Sure. I trust Jared. That's it.
Makes one of us.
A Few Good Men.
That's a good tactic, just real quick.
Number 6, another very angry person. This time,
Son of a bitch, you moved the cemetery!
Angry that their house was built on a cemetery from which only the headstones were removed. They never moved the bodies, and that was Poltergeist. Craig T. Nelson, also known as the head coach of the Screaming Eagles from Minnesota, Screaming Eagles.
In Coach. I wrote down Poltergeist.
That's funny. So you're saying you don't believe that Poltergeist and Coach take place in the same universe?
Oh, they do, yeah. Yeah.
Bold.
That's what he did with his family after he retired.
And
the dog's here,
and his girlfriend Christine and his assistant coaches Jerry Van Dyke and Dauber
and Patrick
the Starfish.
Other people have talked about how that show has 2 idiots on it instead of just one.
That's right. That is unusual that you have that many idiots.
Yeah. Dauber.
But they didn't have any super horny characters.
That's
just
good.
2 idiots.
That's breaking norms.
No Blanche Devereaux.
What are we talking about? The show Breaking Norms, or are you talking Coach? Wait, are you saying Blanche Devereaux was on Coach?
She's a horny character.
Get out of here!
I wish.
Did you get Poltergeist?
Wish she was on every show.
Jotham, did you get Poltergeist?
No.
Nope.
Just drew a line through it.
No Tergeist. All right, next up we had number 7, gentleman.
It's kind of a winter
talking
sport,
about not wanting to partake in winter sports. That was from Cool Runnings about the Jamaican bobsled team.
Never actually saw that movie.
You never did? Did you get it right?
Cool Runnings, right there at the bottom.
Did you get the answer right though?
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot. And
well, I mean,
sorry.
Is it backwards on your screen?
Let's not put the horse in front of the carriage. I wrote Jamaican bobsled - John Candy, so I didn't get the actual. I couldn't get to Cool Runnings.
He said, "Let's not put the horse before the carriage." Love this guy. All right. Next up, can you imagine an American boy not wanting to have a catch with his father, also known in these parts as playing catch? That was from
By the time
Kevin
I was 10
Costner's
playing baseball, I got to
Field
be
of
lucky when
Dreams.
vegetables are taking out the garbage.
Everybody get Field
Now-
of Dreams?
Yes.
So when I was 14,
Is it a Field of Dreams or Field of Dreams?
It's just Field of Dreams.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So everybody got that. Bingo, bingo.
If Darth Vader hadn't have been in that, there's a toss up because I've never seen Bull Durham because it's Kevin Costner talking about baseball.
That was
never.
the summer of Kevin Costner baseball movies.
Yeah.
I feel like they happened very close to each other.
Except Bull Durham was all about being horny as well.
Oh. It was about like wearing sexy undergarments while you're pitching. That was a strong
Like liners?
Yeah, like you wear liners.
I get it now. Okay.
Next up.
You told Wolcott I cheated.
2 people arguing about medical school. That was Robin Williams in the Tour de Force, Patch Adams. Who got Patch Adams?
Patch Adams.
I got him.
You got that?
Everybody was surprised that Jotham got that.
As of now.
Well, I almost said Dead Ringers because that was also 2 doctors arguing, and I watched it earlier today. That was Cronenberg.
Yeah, one of the twins was played by Philip Seymour Hoffman. The other twin.
And the other one was played by Robin Williams. That's crazy.
Right now, Corin and Jared tied with 8. And Jotham,
How many do I have?
You have 4 vertical and 3 sideways.
I have
4.
2 did not answers, so we'll see.
Yeah, same here.
Oh,
Next up,
exciting.
We had this little conversation
Ferris always trying to start some shit.
about people starting shit in order to try to look hard. But turns out the star of our movie here also likes to do the same thing. And then right at the end of the scene, people started shooting at them. That was from Boys in the Hood. We heard little Ice Cube talking about how everyone acts hard. How about you, Jotham?
Where I put Straight Outta Compton.
No, that was a movie about NWA, right?
Yeah.
And an album by them.
I also got Boys in the Hood, but I guessed.
Still counts. Thank you for your honesty.
Yeah. I'll give you a full upright for that. Question 11.
All right.
This was an interaction between a receptionist at Lester Corp
Welcome to Lester Corp.
and Craig Schwartz.
We meet your filing
And
needs.
she just does not know what he's talking about. And that is from the film Being John Malkovich, taking place on that 7.5th floor.
Yeah.
Who
I got it.
Joe's got it.
I did not get that.
No Corin? Oh my
No,
gosh.
I didn't get that one.
Corin and Jared remain tied at 9.
Or the next one.
And Joe's got 6 plus 3 horizontal lines, which have to count for something. If you count
They sure
if you
do.
count the horizontal lines, you guys are tied. But I mean, we don't count the horizontal lines the same. Question 12. This is about wearing a rat mask. And it is, of course, from 1984.
Got it.
Parentheses, rat mask. Everybody get that?
I wrote 1984 had a rat thing. Is that a movie?
I'll give you full credit.
Because I remembered
guess.
it from the book.
Corin, you got it?
Nope.
Oh, you didn't get rat mask. Oh my
no,
god.
no, that was a blank one for me.
Jared is now winning
Really glad I wrote that.
10-9 to Jotham 7. Maybe Jotham is mounting a comeback.
Sleeper.
Question 13.
I was hoping you could get us the transit papers to get to the coast.
Someone is looking for transit papers.
It's really weird because I was actually thinking about this scene the other day when I was like driving in the car.
Were you thinking of King Crimson?
Yeah, Danny Huston.
Yeah.
Is the
I love that guy.
The arc
I love both of those guys.
the arc
Clive Owen is amazing.
The fuck is going on here?
Clive Owen.
The Arc of the Arts is the
What movie are we talking about?
Children of Men.
No.
Children
I
of
didn't
Men.
get it.
So I knew it was Children of Men, but I just looked over and saw that I wrote Children of the Movies.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, Jared does not get a point for that one.
What?
'cause You wrote Children of the Movies. If this were Final Jeopardy, you'd be kicked off the show, run out on a rail, tarred and
I
feathered.
wrote Poltergeist.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, but you did that on purpose,
I
and he
think
did it
that
on
I
illustrates
knew what
that
the
you
movie
know-
was.
Yeah, but
I
you
just
wrote-
realized I wrote the wrong thing because we were talking.
I think you
and
knew
I
it.
probably said movies. Man, you know I like that movie. You know I love that movie.
Question 14.
It's not a Cronenberg, is it? No, I haven't seen it.
Who put you up to this?
What do you mean?
You just woke up this morning?
What do you mean?
Reese Witherspoon and Chris Klein, is that his name? Stars of, along with Matthew Broderick, Election, the Alexander Payne movie from the very late 90s ish.
Sounds right.
It's a great flick. I think I've only, her name is Tracy Flick. She plays. That's a great movie. And I think I've only ever watched it all the way through one time. I should go back and revisit it.
Never seen it, and I did not get that one.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, Corin got it. Oops. And Jotham, you got it too? Look at you. Can't believe Election was on the church's approved list.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you just, man.
Straight off the dome.
I've never seen it either, but I knew.
I just made an educated guess.
Yeah.
Man.
I knew Reese Witherspoon talking
Or an
about elections.
uneducated guess. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the ones that Jotham got wrong that he did see, but somehow he was able to pick out Election from that. All right, final question.
That's what I love about these high school girls, man. I get older, they live on ash. They feed on death. There's no middle ground. Not for them. Not for us. Sure as hell not for my men who died out there today.
And that was Dazed and Confused, featuring Matthew McConaughey. Who got that one?
And what else?
Wait,
yeah,
what do you
but
mean?
what was the other thing? Was it True Detective?
No, it was
Rain of Fire.
No, Dazed and Confused, because he's a guy who he had graduated from high school like a few years before, but he still comes out and he parties with like all the young girls. He's like a real creep dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like he knows what all these high school girls are like, and the older he gets, like they live on ash. They feed on death. You know? Yeah. The second part was Rain of Fire. He and Christian Bale fight dragons.
I forced John Niles to go see that movie in the theater with me when it was in the theater when we were drunk downtown and it was playing at like a midnight showing, and I strong-armed him to go see that movie with me.
Were you guys drunk on frozen drinks from that fucked up place that used to be
Wet Willie's?
Over at Wet Willie's, that's right.
You get like a yard of Slurpee and it gets you like super drunk.
Oh man, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was grain alcohol.
Yeah, I used to go to a place on the beach that did that. Yeah, just grain alcohol.
He never forgave me for that.
The movie was so bad?
It comes up often, and he talks about how I forced that upon him.
That's like a movie in this house that we watch all the time.
Yeah.
We love that movie. It's a household favorite. It's up there with Pacific Rim as being like one of the household staples.
I think it's a pretty decent movie. I mean, it's got Christian Bale, McConaughey, dragons.
All that.
What could go wrong?
Choppers, if I remember correctly.
You're ticking all the boxes.
Yeah, future dragons. These aren't old dragons. Future dragons. Think about it. So, did you guys all get Dazed and Confused at least?
Yes.
Yes.
And Jared, you also wrote down.
No, not exactly.
What'd you write down, Joe?
Well, I bought the DVD back in the day, and it was a double feature. It was Fast Times at Ridgemont High and that movie, which I couldn't remember the name of, but I wrote down Maddie M because that's who was talking. I couldn't think of the Dazed and Confused.
But Maddie
it starts
M.
with Sweet Emotion. I remember that.
Is that the first song in Dazed and Confused?
Yeah.
Solid. That sounds right.
Give it to him.
I give him a horizontal.
No.
All right. So, Jared,
okay.
Jared, did you also write down Rain of Fire?
Yes.
I'll give you a horizontal.
I think Jared takes
bonus.
it.
All right. So, Jared has 11 plus a horizontal. Corin has 11 straight. Jotham has 8 with 4 horizontals. I'm going to say Jared takes this one by a nose. I'll say that Jotham and Corin are tied. And that's, by the way,
No, I beat Jotham.
I'll take the tie, I guess.
I
pretty
squarely
good.
beat Jotham. That's fine.
Jared in
You heard
first.
it from the horse's mouth.
Joe and Corin tied for second. Well, that was awesome. Do you guys
Messaging me my new Facebook status.
want to take a short break, and then we'll come back and do some news, and we'll check out that glass in the shoe thing for us, Sling Blade.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Everybody
Yeah,
look it
get
up
your
and
best people on it.
see if any of us take away the same thing from it that Corin, whoever that guy is. Joe. Sorry, we'll be right back. Hello. We are back. This is Grand National Championships on the internet. And as far as I know, I think it is just about time for... Jotham doing the news. Jotham, by the way...
What?
Before you start, I want to cut you off. I'm the past couple weeks at least, I've had you go first because I feel like there have been multiple instances of you having your news scooped by maybe a faster, more alert journalist. Mainly because I let him go first.
Each other now ahead of time.
We do.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
But yes, I am considered a sleepy journalist.
Would you say a sneaky journalist?
Sleepy.
Oh, sleepy. Yeah. Well, Jared's on the ball. He's all right. Go ahead, Jotham.
Designer Arnold Putra selling ethically sourced human spine bags.
That's a good
So
insult.
he's an avant-garde menswear fashion designer, and he has designed a bag made out of ethically sourced human children spines and alligator tongues. And here is a picture of it.
Let it adjust. There we go.
Yeah.
Looks
spine with alligator tongue bag.
It definitely looks very much like a spine.
Yeah,
just like a
I
burlap
guess-
sack.
Yeah.
Which they claim is an alligator tongue.
Yeah. I don't know how it's been ethically sourced. The article does not get into it. It seems like an important thing. Did you look into this?
I looked a little bit into it, and it seems to be that he is traveling to South American countries and trading items with like indigenous people for bones.
Seems really ethical.
Yeah, I feel like he doesn't really know the true provenance of these bones if that's the way he's getting them.
Yeah, it seems shady as fuck.
Do you think
Definitely for the hype beast, though, it says limited to 1 of 1. They're all individually made.
Wait, so how can you purchase one right now?
I mean,
They're in high
I
demand.
guess it takes up to 14 days to arrive.
I feel like it should take
Should we
longer.
try to order one?
No.
Do it. Yeah. Go,
I'm not gonna order one.
Log in. See how far you can get. You can do like what people were doing to Trump during the campaign, as they'd go onto the merch area of his website and they would fill up the cart with like $500,000 worth of merchandise and then just leave it, and it fucks up the inventory system. It does reset after a certain amount of time, but
Sure.
it's one of those ways that people were jamming the system, culture jamming. You know what I'm saying? So do you want to culture jam this spine bag?
Let's culture jam the shit out of it.
Would you guys ever like wear clothes or accessories that had human
Parts
spines?
of dead children on them.
Yeah.
Or Trump's tongue.
Yeah, like a Trump tongue or a human spine.
I'd wear a Trump tongue headband. No, I wouldn't actually. I was gonna say on the pickleball court, but
Oh, like Bruce Springsteen.
I wear a sweatband every time I play.
I play that pickleball all day with a Trump tongue on my
He's
head.
probably playing in Jersey right now on a lit court.
You bet it's lit.
The court is lit.
Yeah, you guys didn't answer me. I don't think I would ever feel comfortable wearing something that had human skin, or I mean, human parts,
bones.
I was just picturing skin. I love people's skin because it's right on the outside. That's my favorite part to look at on a person is their skin.
You remember our friend Wade ever talking about the skin room? He's like, what if there was a skin room? Like everything in the room was made out of skin, including the furniture, and it sweated, and you had to like put deodorant in the corners of like armpits, and you had to put deodorant in the corner.
I do remember this.
He fantasized with the skin room like so much.
But the ultimate point that he had about it was like, man, that would be crazy, right?
Right.
But what if?
Far out. The
like,
corners.
Would it be nasty? Like, yeah, it would be.
I'm imagining like deodorant on like a long pole that you have to use like a paint roller.
But I think you only have to do the corners.
Yeah, the corners.
Do you have to do it at the intersection, or like, you know, where two planes meet, or only at the three plane corners?
Gotta talk to Wade.
Yeah, I guess maybe Wade knows better than you. No offense, Jared, but I want to talk to the guy in charge.
Talk about it like it being pulsing and steaming and like sweat puddling on the floor, and you know, like the upkeep that would be required to like keep the skin room like habitable.
And sometimes you have to get like lotions and creams for it and stuff.
Right.
Like if it breaks out.
They're breakouts.
When is Cronenberg's skin room going to be released?
Ooh, I can't wait to see this one.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember the scene where they put the deodorant on in the corners?
Sick.
Oh. So sick.
Jared, any skin rooms in your news this week?
No, but a humpback whale almost swallowed 2 kayakers in California. Yeah. People were kayaking, like whale watching when, and they actually caught it on, I don't know if they caught a video of it, I've seen still pictures, but a humpback whale swallowed up a kayak with 2 people and it whole, then promptly spit them out. So they got quite a scare.
Well,
but they normally eat small, like fish.
Right.
Do they eat? So
no, but that's how they feed. Like there's a big like cloud of the krill or whatever, and it comes up and they take a big gulp, and these people just happen to be on top of.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, on top of the krill? Is that what you're about to say?
Top of the krill.
Top of the krill, ma. But are humpbacks among the whales that have, you know, I like to bring it up, the baleen?
Yeah.
through which plankton is filtered. So
lousy with baleen.
So they don't even really have the capability to swallow into their stomach something that big, right? Like it would just be in their mouth and they'd have to get rid of it. I mean, I'm sure
that's pretty much what happened.
I'm sure it could like seriously like fuck you up, like with its mouth jaws. I said with its
with its mouth jaws,
with its jaw muscles, and you know, you get slammed against those baleen, brother. You're not getting your deposit back.
You know, but just imagine again. This is a whale and doesn't want anything to do with us, but you know, it can happen. This like, tell me I'm wrong. From my fears
this is why you're getting into fishing. You're getting into fishing for this reason.
For revenge.
Sure.
So are you saying that you might be trying to change the system from the inside as far as the evolution of fish is concerned? Okay.
Dilute the numbers.
He's gonna turn into an Ahab type character.
Yeah, from the famous novel
Barnacles.
Didn't you say there was a movie with Mitch Pegleg that you just recently saw? What's the guy's name? Mitch Pegleg.
Pileggi.
Pegleggi.
Mitch Pegleggi.
Yeah. Now it's starting to sound like that Superman villain, Mr. Mitch Pegleggi. Oh boy. All right.
You got to get him to spell it backwards before I'll go away.
Really cracking me up.
Ooh, Alistair, what was the second question of the quiz? I just remembered who I was thinking of.
It was Get Out. You said someone named Chris.
I was thinking of Josh Hartnett. That was not Chris.
Josh Hartnett? Is it
Hartnett?
Is it Hartnett? He was.
I don't think that was worth interrupting for.
He was in a lot of
it just came to me.
movies like 20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
strong jawline
He was
on
in Sin
Josh Hartnett.
City.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
He was
Lucky
in.
Number
Was he
11?
like I
That
know
was
what
a
you?
weird movie.
Was
Did
he
you like
in-
that
What
movie?
was the premise of that one?
It was not good.
It was all a trick.
Yeah.
It was one
No,
of those.
that's the one with the Kansas City Shuffle with Bruce Willis.
Correct.
Yeah.
Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett. He was in 30 Days of Night, which I love.
Danny
Ooh,
Houston.
that's on my list to see.
Danny Houston was in that one too.
Exactly.
Whitney Houston.
She was the vampire in that.
Is it Huston or Houston? Because like
I always said
say it
Houston
both ways.
But I feel like it could be one of those ones like that as soon as the age of the internet came about, it's like, oh, it turns out everyone's been saying his name wrong for 35 years. Internet's brand new, by the way. Yeah, Danny guy, the guy who was in our earlier clip from Children of Men.
Danny Guy.
All right, so that's great. So where do we stand? Is that what's in the news? Are we on to Corin?
Yeah, people almost got swallowed by a whale. It's Corin's turn.
Alistair doesn't want me to tell any news.
No, I do want you to tell any news. I wasn't sure if we were completely done. I mean, like, there's always so much to unpack with Jared's like ocean thing. I really, sometime could we schedule Jotham?
Let's get to the glass thing.
What?
After Corn's news.
Oh, we will.
I
No,
can't wait.
I was just
for the
going to say I
apologies.
want I would love for Maddie to talk to Jared about the ocean. You know,
I'll see if
maybe
I
we
can arrange
we
something.
could even post her doctorate in the background. Would that be okay? Oh yeah, sorry, Corn. Corn, what's in the news?
I was just gonna say I brought two very good time, happy time news stories.
All right.
Because the world is bad. So the first one is that for the first time in its history, Cracker Barrel will now serve alcohol at its restaurants. Cracker Barrel, best known for its signature breakfasts and family-style dinner entrees that boast enough to feed a small army, will now start serving. A limited number of restaurants will start serving spirited adult beverages. Your brunch, dinner, and breakfast dishes can now be paired with beer, wine, or a mimosa.
No rye.
Go ahead.
No rye. No.
Moonshine?
Yeah.
Mimosas as hard as it gets.
Yeah, mimosa and sausage and biscuits.
Correct. Yeah, or beer.
Actually, it's
and
not that
country
bad
fried
of a
steak.
combo. Yeah, actually. Yeah.
When's the last time you guys ate at one of those places?
When's the last time you were drunk at one of those places?
I've eaten there several times, absolutely sober, and vowed to never go back. Like,
I mean, maybe 10 years for me.
That was
I
a
don't know.
weird reconsideration and pause that Jared put in. I was there completely sober.
Well, I just mean like, there's been times that I have been, and then times that I haven't. But the time that I wasn't, it was terrible.
The time I wasn't. It was like I could see through the cloud, through the shimmer, the glimmer, that glamour. What's the word I'm looking for? Where anyway, the illusion.
Luster?
Yeah, everybody you saw what really goes down there, tearing at the human flesh. Never mind.
Oh, what?
They don't serve human flesh at Cracker Barrel. I apologize.
They do serve alcohol.
Is this the new Cronenberg?
Skin room.
Serving leg meat.
What we've done is we've renovated the whole place with skin walls. Here at Cracker Barrel.
They're serving leg meat like in the Flintstones.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Did you say leg meat?
Yeah.
That's like what's on Jared's
yeah.
Tinder.
Jared could feed an army.
If they need a spokesperson, somebody to fill in their IG stories with leg meat, I'm open.
Leg meat.
Just carving off you like a churrascaria.
Like the kebab, the kebab meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Delicious. I have a secondary story.
Yeah, you said you had two really upbeat.
Yeah. So in New York, voters waiting in line to cast their ballots were surprised by Paul Rudd handing out cookies. Yeah, that's essentially the whole story. There's little video clips of him doing it, but yeah, Paul Rudd just went out to the early voting sites where people were waiting in line in the rain, and he started handing out cookies.
Did he bake the cookies?
He did not bake the cookies. They were from a New York cookie spot.
What a dick.
But they were delicious.
Yes, but it made me think about, like, he is an actor that I would just, like, want to hang out with. Like, he's somebody that I could chill with Paul Rudd.
He's a real
And I'm
good
sure
dude.
he'd love to chill with you.
Yeah.
He came up recently in meme form in some Halloween pictures. I don't know if it was from this year or when, but there was a
Last
picture
year.
of he with his daughter. Yeah, of course it wouldn't be this year. He with his daughter. He's star of Ant-Man and the Wasp. She was dressed up as the Wasp. So to complement that, he dressed as Weird Al Yankovic.
Was a solid move. Yeah.
So that's
I
pretty
like
funny.
seeing the old pics of James Gandolfini as Homer.
Oh yeah, and then just like with the mask
his
off.
daughter, the Scream mask.
Yeah, and he takes his mask off and just looks like miserable and just like sweaty.
Sweaty.
Tiny bit
Sweaty.
of hair stuck to him.
Sweaty skin room.
This looks like high blood
Gandolfini.
pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, so does blood pressure play a part in the skin room? Does it get saggy? Does it age?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anything that happens to skin happens in the skin room.
And anything
It gets
You need a dermatologist
it
for
gets
that room.
old. Yes, things have to be. Yeah, there's plenty of upkeep, and it gets harder to keep it up as it gets older. There's no real vintage skin rooms. Like, you don't want a vintage skin room. That'd be a bad idea. I mean, unless you're into that.
Every age is beautiful, Jared. We're not ages. Alistair's still gone.
Not when you're in the skin room game.
Yeah, that's a real hideous thing.
This
to think
episode is
about.
definitely titled Skin Room.
And is there furniture that's also skin, like a dresser or
Everything
a bed?
is skin. So like all the
In
furniture.
the new Borat movie, he sits in a skin chair.
Oh, really?
Have anybody watched that? Yeah,
Yep.
it's his old producer from the first movie.
all of the appliances, the furniture, everything it's all one thing.
Like a
it's all,
radiator,
yeah.
a record player. Yeah, that's a pretty horrific image that you've conjured up there. You'll have to thank Wade for that for
Yeah.
us.
Just constantly pulsing, leaking. You know.
All right, so
He's gone again. He's thinking about pimples in the skin room.
Oh, man. All right. So
there's hair everywhere, you know, like
yeah, obviously
eyelashes on the windows.
Can you trim the hair?
Yes,
You
and
have
it
to.
grows. Yeah, you have to. don't let your skin room the hair get out of control, man.
This sucks.
It's the last thing you want to have.
This skin room fucking sucks.
Overgrown. There's nails, like fingernails and stuff, like
Why?
for surfaces.
So there
Why are there nails?
But are there fingers? Or is it just kind of like a chitinous field?
Yeah,
I can see the fingers being like the table legs.
Yeah. Like actual hand chair.
Like
Actual
Buster
hand
Bluth had in Arrested Development.
Right, but this one's got covered in skin.
But it's real
And it
skin,
can grab you.
Ooh, spooky.
And it will grab you.
So, I have not updated my playlist for this week's Spotify
Whoa,
playlist.
whoa. You're skipping right past the glass thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Corin, you said you were seeking out and perhaps even finding confirmation of Jotham's allegation.
Esquire magazine seems to have confirmed Jotham's storytelling. Billy Bob Thornton took some extreme steps, wink, for his role of a particularly handicapped man in the sleeper hit Sling Blade, particularly handicapped, partially handicapped. This is the danger of reading on the air.
Particularly handicapped man named Sling
That's
Blade.
going to be the title of the show.
Oh man.
Did Jared just spit?
That was another Jeremy Irons movie.
Oh no.
A particularly handicapped man.
Yeah, that was one of the drug addict twins. Anyway, Jotham, you were right, according to Esquire magazine, despite what.
Thank you.
And please, I should not be reading on the air.
So
y'all gonna apologize to Jotham?
I'm sorry, Jotham.
Yeah, I'll take everyone. You can, individually apologize. You could get me
I
a
always
cameo.
believe in you. I mean, I didn't
Thank
have a
you.
dog in
Thank
this
you.
fight, but
I am very sorry, and I don't want to make it seem like I don't believe things you say. But I mean, I don't think
They're all true.
I don't think it'll change the way I interpret you as a person. Like, I'm still everything you say, I'm going to kind of be suspicious of.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
Keep you on your toes. All right. So
I guess I'm
this
sorry,
week's
too.
playlist, this week's Spotify playlist, which you can find by searching for the GNC show or Grand National Championships. I've got some things on my list, but I haven't really pared them down. Maybe we're going to hear something by Sculpture, some Linda Perhacs, some Laurel Halo, Sparkle Division, which is a William Basinski project, kind of like beat-oriented stuff by William Basinski and his studio assistant. Every article I see about it makes sure they refer to his collaborator as his studio assistant, which is like really William Basinski putting this guy in his place. Or I don't even know if it's a guy that this person in their place, like with every press release, just all remember, one of us is an artist, the other is a studio assistant. And I'm not sure what else is going to be in there. Jotham, what's on your list?
I'm gonna split it up into two. The first three are gonna be songs where I just dig the guitar tone. The Spits have a new album out, and there's no reason the guitar should sound like this. I don't know who authorized it. It's crazy, in a good way. And
it's like you were doing a local
Spits,
TV
Gogs,
ad for
which
it.
is a project from Ty Segall and the lead singer of what's that Memphis band? X Cult. And then the Wipers.
What's
and then the next three songs.
Hey, what's the name of the Ty Segall X Cult again?
Gogs.
Oh, Gogs.
Goggs.
Right on.
And then the Wipers, and then 3 songs by members of the Velvet Underground. So we got Lou Reed, John Cale, and Nico.
There we go. Jotham, bring in the heat. Jared, what is on your list?
I got some Flying Lotus, Cronus the Terminator from You're Dead. You ever heard of this rapper named Bones? Does that ring a bell to you? I just kind of like got up on this guy. Like, he's the grandson of Robert Culp. You know who Robert Culp is?
From I Spy?
Yeah. Well, anyways, he's like extremely prolific, and most of it's okay, but there's some good stuff in there, and I like this guy. I put up the cover of Running Up That Hill by Placebo because I think that's like the better version of that song. I don't really dig the Kate Bush original. It's kind of strange. Have you ever listened to the Placebo cover?
No, I only know Placebo by name, and I know I've heard a thing here and there, but I really have no familiarity with them.
I'll take it from me. Their version is way better than the Kate Bush version.
Okay.
Someone once
Bold
told
words.
me that I sing like Placebo. Like I sound like that guy when I sing.
Oh, I gotta check
And
that
I didn't know if I should take that as a compliment or as an insult.
I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna be excited to see.
Now that I'm like picturing in my head, like it works.
When you
It
were
rings
saying
true.
he was a prolific rapper, it made me think of Viper. Do you know that song, Y'all Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack?
No.
No, I think I showed it to you, Alistair. But I just looked it up, and he's released over 1,500 albums.
That's a lot.
He just, it's like, he did a thing where it's like an album a day for a year. It's crazy.
Wow. 15,000.
I think you've, and I guess the rule there is like at some point, some of it has to be good, right? If you're doing that much.
Is that the rule?
This is
Maybe.
You ever seen that picture?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's his most famous song.
Y'all
But it's really,
cowards song.
yeah, I mean, but it's, yeah, YOU_LL. Cowards.
Prolific
I've
Viper.
also got the instrumental for The Mountain, which is the first song on Gunship's first album. Some Kendrick Lamar and Pusha T, and a song by a instrumental metal band that I really like called Abolish the Echelon. The song is called Of Royal Descent. and
Abolish
it
the
is very good.
Echelon. Sweet. Corin, what's going to close out our playlist this week?
7 songs.
Okay.
But they're all just like songs that make me feel better immediately.
We need feel better music right now.
Yeah, I need a lot of it. So I put together a 7-song list, including The Boy in the Bubble by Paul Simon, Our Life is Not a Movie or Maybe by Ockerville River, Run Away With Me by Carly Rae Jepsen, Oviedo by Blind Pilot, Thuggin' by Freddie Gibbs and Madlib,
It's a good song.
Electric Powwow Drum by A Tribe Called Red, and Funeropolis by Electric Wizard.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Stuck the landing.
Well, that's tremendous. These are all great music picks that everyone's brought to the table. I wish I had spent more time. I've been probably unhealthily attached to useless news updates. Not even news updates, rumors and speculation. What a waste of time I'm engaged in right now. I'm going to try and waste less time in the coming days. How about you guys? You going to waste more time or less time?
More time.
Sweet.
Probably the same amount of time.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk like I'm you know what? I realized like I was like not like, you know, spending my energy, my chi properly. So like I'm going to go up a level XP
You're
wise.
vibe checking yourself.
I'm going to vibe check myself before I vibe wreck myself. And, but yeah, I'm going to just keep doing the same thing until this fucking bullshit is done. I hope maybe by the time the next show is on, maybe there's a slight inkling that there might be a more hopeful world on the other side. Yeah, let's not jinx it. Let's not jinx
don't
hope.
talk about it.
Yeah. So do you guys have anything else you want to mention before we adjourn?
You know what I haven't been saying is that everybody should like, subscribe, rate, and review.
Yeah.
And tell your friends
Absolutely.
to listen to us. Just like
should
specifically tell your friends about us.
Smash all them buttons.
Smash the like.
The keep
It
on
really
trucking button specifically.
Smash that keep on trucking button. Dog drugs are the same.
That's right.
Damn it. There's a reason I didn't get the voiceover gig. Dogs are the same.
You and me both, brother.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us then. For Jotham Fady, Jared McLeod, and Corin Shanti Francis LaPointe Atchison. I'm Alistair St. Hill. Everybody have a spectacular night, week, day, month, and year ahead. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.